Good day. What does it look like? I'm Chief Callahan, and along with the sheriff, responsible for the security in Bowietown. I'm sorry, but we're already overstaffed. Maybe I should reduce the payment because of the many requests. There is, however, something you could do to help us. We guards don't get out of town, but there are dangers in this area that we should eliminate. This is a better task for outsiders like you because, well, if one of you dies, it's not in any file. So, are you interested? I'll pay you well. Awesome. Now listen. Not far from here, there is a den with giant ants. Some of them even spit fire. Can you imagine? These ants are a threat to our inhabitants. You must kill the brood mother to eliminate the danger. I'd offer you 300 caps if you get it done. What do you want to know? But do it fast. I don't have too much time to talk to guys like you. Trouble? Nothing worth mentioning, at least not here in town. I've heard the rail trucks and caravans have had a lot of trouble with 80s lately on their routes. What do you want to know? Sure, everyone knows that insane guy. If you ever meet him, send him a bullet between his eyes with my friendly regards. No, I'm sorry. What do you want to know? Yeah, don't go into the minefield above the fields. You wouldn't survive that. A wrong step, and you end up as gecko food.
Good day, traveler. You're welcome. I came here with my husband, James. We wanted to find our fortune in the north, but he only found death. Typhus caught him on the journey, and I could only follow his slow decease. Only his body reached Bowietown. That's 2 years ago. I wanted to stay close to his grave and started a new life here. My little store covers the needs of everyday life. There are small profits, but they generate a steady income. Yes, at the moment, I have a set for caravan traders on sale. a caravan shotgun including 24 cartridges, a trousers with a shirt and shoes. Included as well is a rawhide hat. As supplies, I have caravan food and 2 liters of clean water. The package is for 450 bottle caps. Interested? I'm sorry, but I can't sell it cheaper. It is already a real bargain. Have a nice day.
I have the most crispy iguanas in the whole wasteland. Butters and his 2 friends Tommy and Travis work for me. These 3 know the best spots to hunt iguanas. Sometimes they're on the road for several days. Don't ask me where they're going, but they always bring good fresh meat back with them. If you want to visit them, their camp is in the forest near the old church. I recommend a whole iguana on a spit, along with some cornbread. Farewell.
Good day. What can I do for you? No, Mr. Danton is a very busy man. If I let anyone just talk to him, he wouldn't find rest no more. Prove yourself worthy for the company, then we see further. Do a few jobs for me. If you're capable enough, you can talk to Mr. Danton. Yes. For almost 25 years. I am the right hand of Mr. Danton, so if you have something to discuss with the company, come to me first. As I told you, Mr. Danton is the boss of the company. We are not the only trade organization in the area. There would be the Mud Caravans, although we haven't heard from Mud and his boys for some time. There are many small caravans like the Muds. Many of them are family businesses, which consist only of a handful of people. We prefer working with Old McHenry, as we have long-standing business relationships, and he is a personal friend of Mr. Danton. Altogether, the company, the small caravans, the settlements, and the rail trucks are united in the Salt Lake Trading Union. This is, so to speak, a supra-regional network that represents the interest of caravans and communities. There is also a defense alliance within the Union, which was decided after the burning of New Canaan. With the radio network and the rail trucks, we tried to protect the communities with interfering troops of the Union, so New Canaan can't be repeated. The rail truckers are responsible for the safety of the railway line. They have their workshop at Mickey's Motors, but stay there only for maintenance. So, you want to work for the company, right? So, what are your skills? This could prove useful indeed. Well, for the beginning, I have a simple delivery for Montgomery Gator at our office in Arid Creek. Get this done, and we can talk about more difficult tasks. The reward is 200 caps. Fine with me. I'll put another 50 caps on top, but that's it. Well, here's a hollow band, and now hurry up to bring it to Gator.
What do you want? So what? I don't give a shit. What the fuck? Get out of my sight. Damn, yes, but what does it matter to you? Yeah, he named it after me. Neat, right? Stupid cocksucker, just get lost.
Howdy. I had a dog named Jimmy. No, I named him after the meat. Unfortunately, he's an insult to meat everywhere. I always feared this would happen someday. That boy is a useless idiot, and I'm ashamed of him. I appreciate you seeking approval from me first. It is difficult for me, but I understand why you want to do this. He brought it on himself. Farewell.
"500 caps first, before you may enter. Every guest of Madame Janine's exclusive club have to pay a one-time membership fee. No exceptions. Ever. This ensures that not any junkhead can enter the club. You want to pay now or not? Thank you. Have fun in Madame Janine's House of Delights."
Welcome to Madame Janine's House of Delights. I'm Amber. What can I do for you? I'm sorry, but I'm only responsible for the bar. If you want to have fun, talk to Madame Janine or any of the other girls. Come back soon.
Hey, sweetheart, wanna play with me? I could tell you more interesting things. I will unfold all my secrets to you. I'll be waiting for you.
Isn't Heather amazing? I could watch her all day.
Hello there. Very well, thanks for the demand.
Welcome to my establishment. I'm Madame Janine. How may I help you? If you like, even if your expression is highly raffish. Club of gentlemen, please. This ain't no DOS house like in Mickey's Motors. I'm listening. Yes, Madame Janine's House of Delights is the most exclusive club of gentlemen you will find in the entire wasteland. Of course. Were you ever in a brothel that resembled mine in the least? And don't even mention Gomorrah. The girls there are all on drugs. Well, a part of my furniture I bought from there. But these are only outward appearances. All my girls are volunteering here. They get good food, they can choose their customers, and are regularly checked by Doc McCoy. I've heard of those poor things in New Vegas and Reno that are made drug addicted to do any crap for caps. Or all these slave sluts everywhere. So dreadful. You won't find anything like that here. I wanted something different. This would ruin my business and my reputation, apart from these poor souls. Oh, there's not much to tell. I grew up in a small village not too far from here. Later, I went into the hub and lived my early years there. A few years ago, I decided to go back home and open up my own business. No, I'm sorry. Ask the company or Mr. Bowie. 1,000 caps the night. Paid in advance. If you beat the girls or force them to do things they don't want to do, you'll get kicked. Also, condoms are mandatory. If you need any, contact Amber. Believe me, these girls are worth it. So, have you decided? I'm sorry, but Amber is my daughter and works here only as a bar girl. Amber has no boyfriend at the moment, but I doubt that you could be the lucky one. Well, just go talk to her then.
Shirley, what can I get you? We have wine, beer, whiskey, and vodka. We also offer non-alcoholic drinks. Did she tell you? Normally, I don't shout it from the housetops, but it's true. But I'm just doing my job here, so you don't need to schmooze me because you hope for a discount with the girls. I bet some wasteland asshole or maybe some raider. My mother never told me. Either way, it makes no difference anymore. I don't know yet. Perhaps one day, or maybe I'll just burn it to the ground and start a new life.
That's all the sayings you've got? Look, I bet you're not a bad person, but right now, I'm not interested in a relationship. The last guy I dated was eaten by a giant spider, and the guy before him lost all his caps in gambling and hung himself on a lantern post. I have no desire for this kind of shit. I will never date adventurers like you again. Better any village steward who never leaves town.
Shirley, here are 2 pieces. Have fun. Come back soon.
Hey, sweetheart, wanna play with me? I want you too, for only 1,000 caps. You can rely on that, sugar. Come along. Next time, you get even deeper insights.
What can I do for you? I leave that to your imagination. Come back soon.
How may I help you? I look after the hotel, keep the rooms clean, manage the keys, and so on. Sure, you meet a lot of people, and most of them only come here if they're too tired to shoot you. Sure, absolutely. We are the best hotel in town. Well, we're also the only one. One night costs 60 caps. Fine. Just go up with the elevator to the first floor. It's the second room on the right.
Oh my god. A new customer. This is so wonderful. Please, love, step into my beautiful house of hair and lair. Oh, excusez-moi? It's not my intention at all to sound funny, darling. I really don't understand what you mean. Don't you love the mellow swing in my voice? Rutger says it would suit me to become a singer in Vegas. But oh my, isn't he such a charmer? I don't think I have much talent. Oh, how uninhibited you are, honey. Rutger is my dear sugar baby. He's so mean. Look at his face. But let's not go into detail. You make me embarrassed, darling. I could tell you that this is a wonderful little town with great people. But the truth is, most people here are dickheads living in Dullsville. But what can I say, darling? It's just the same everywhere else. Oh, you take care of yourself, honey.
Welcome to Cooper's. Drinks you get with me. If you want to have fun, talk to Perla. Sure. What do you want to know? That's for sure. There are always a lot of people coming through. Soldiers of fortune on the way to the north, or travelers who are moving east. Bowietown is one of the last settlements off the northern wilderness. Up north there is nothing left but savage and rough country. Anyone can do. Rest here. Sure, there are still Twin Falls, but not all like this place due to its weird laws. Some move beyond the Arid Creek mountain pass immediately to the northeast. Do you see the guy over there at the table? The one with the headscarf? Arrived here just yesterday. A strange bird, I can tell you that. I can't say exactly. In any case, he is different from the other travelers. Sits there all day and only drinks water. Well, Probably he was swimming in some radiation pond and now only has mud in his bulb. Sure. What do you want to know? Supposedly, Angela, the daughter of Mr. Bowie, is pregnant. A guy named Lloyd is said to have pushed that little one on a roast into the tube. Bowie's pissed off because Lloyd did a runner. Now he doesn't let Angela out of the house anymore. But you didn't get that from me. Understood? Sure. What do you want to know? The 80s have become a real plague since the Whitelegs are no longer competing with them. Sure. What do you want to know? Supposedly, a guy they called the Burned Man is back from the dead. They say it has something to do with the Legion. Sure. What do you want to know? The refugees of New Canaan reportedly went down to Zion. Supposedly, the entire Whitelegs gang is on their heels. Sure. What do you want to know? Madame Janine is supposed to be looking for a new girl for a very special customer. Sure. What do you want to know? I've heard of that guy before. Mr. Bowie has exposed a bounty on him. But I don't know why or anything of his whereabouts. Come back if you get thirsty.
I'm on the way to Twin Falls. I'll just rest here for a couple of days.
Hey, honey, looking for some fun? That's a long story. I think you really don't want to know it. Well, I'll give you the short version. I married once, my man died. I married a second time, my man ran away. So I drank all my sorrow, not hoping for tomorrow anymore. The years passed by, men came and went. I traveled from town to town, stayed here and there. But my fortune I couldn't find nowhere. So in the end, I ended up here. I guess I'll stay a while until time takes me somewhere else. You'll be back. They all come back.
Ah, finally, we meet in person. I'm sorry, my name is Ray, and no, you do not know me, but I've heard a lot about you. Irrelevant. What is much more important is whether you are interested in a little mission. Kill somebody? No, nothing like that. It's about, how can I say, information procurement would probably be the right expression. Completely bloodless, only a little delicate, one could say. So, are you interested? My clients are interested in some special books owned by Mr. Bowie. He keeps them in his safe, in the bank. These books are of great value to my friends, and Mr. Bowie came into their possession in a non-rightful way. Some special books, written by special men. I can't tell you more right now. No, I must first check your trustworthiness, but if you get me these books, I will answer all of your questions. Mr. Bowie usually stays in his office during the day, so it would be best if you infiltrate the bank during the night. Be careful. In the bank, there are some robots connected to an alarm system. You must first turn off the system before you enter the bank. This is very important. If you are to just go in and shoot the robots, our deal is lapse. Nobody should know you were there. We need people with brains, not mindless barbarians. There are probably several ways you can turn off the system. Perhaps you can interrupt the power supply to the bank, or you can hack into the system. How you do it doesn't matter to me. The important thing is to make it unobtrusive. Sure, sooner or later, Mr. Bowie will know the books are gone. But he won't tell anybody, because he should not have hidden these books in the first place. But then these books are already long gone and out of his reach. So if you do it, you'll get 500 caps and I will answer all questions you may have. Fine, I put another 500 caps on top. But that's it now. Get on your way. Hello. Because these books are a threat to him and his cast of mind, but also for the society he represented. He, the successful businessman, the banker, the incarnation of the American dream. There is little to tell. In Twin Falls, I got to know the right path for our pre-war societies. The path to break the wheel. Since then, I have been trying to support this path. The wheel of rise and fall of civilizations. We can only break this wheel if we start to place the good of society above the good of the individual. Again, the wheel starts to spin. We can observe it everywhere, and the fate of many is determined again by the will of a few. The people in Twin Falls are committed to the society. They have no possessions, and their products and services are only for the good of the town. On the other hand, the town commits itself to provide its inhabitants with everything necessary for life based on equal rights. As long as the town is doing well, its inhabitants are well too. And believe me, right now, the town is doing very well. The maintenance and implementation of these rules is the responsibility of the town council, whose individual members must be confirmed or abolished by the people every 6 months. Of course, this is a danger, but people who conspicuously violate the rules are banished and no longer have access to the town. For sure. My task is to advance the interest of Twin Falls outside the boundaries of the town. Mr. Bowie, like no one else, represents the interest of the individual. He is particularly interested in his own advantage. He is a very influential person in this town, and his views hurt the positive development of Bowietown, and thus the entire region. Fine with me. See you.
Welcome to the Coopers. Sure, what should it be?
Howdy. If you like to swallow good whiskey with me, why not? Well, then tell me, buddy. The company? Nah, my friend, not directly. I'm with my caravan, a member of the Salt Lake Trading Union, but otherwise I work independent. But I often work with Danton. He gives me many routes, and I know him since a very long time. He's a loyal drinking friend and business partner. Ha! Yeah, you're funny. Sure, he can. But the rails to Twin Falls aren't repaired yet. And as I've heard, it's not progressing. They end in Bowietown. How to bring the goods up north? The rail trucks are a good way to get past the Bonneville Flats up to Mickey's Motors, but before and after, they don't help you. Bowie? No, I have nothing to do with him. He owns the bank and half the town, but I keep away from him. The guy likes to trick you. I know someone who have taken a loan with him. Now, they're stuck in debt and are only working for their rates, mostly in a business of Bowie for bad payment. Fine by me. You're here in Bowietown, my friend. This is between the large settlements of Wendover and Twin Falls. South of here is Wendover, the largest reloading point for travelers and traders en route to the north and east. There are trains to the NCR or Vegas. Going further from there, you need to charter the rail trucks. Wendover is a gathering place for all kinds of folk, but also for a lot of scum. North of here is Arid Creek and a mountain pass. A sleepy place, but relatively safe. Further north, Twin Falls is the last large settlement off the endless wilderness. The ruins of Boise and Idaho Falls, on the other hand, should be avoided if you want to go further north. East of here lies Mickey's Motors, which is a smaller ghoul community. In the ruins of Salt Lake City, that here in the area is only called Toxicton. On the other hand, you'll find nothing but death and horror. All over the city are strange toxic fumes. Radioactive winds and storms rage there day and night. Strange creatures wander the streets. Those who seem to have risen from the worst nightmares. And there are stories of whispering voices and ghostly sounds that accompany you at every step. The cities are full of ferals. I heard of a few men who came out alive. If these little creepers have once smelled you, you have 100 at the neck. Twin Falls is a very unique place in this area, as a river flows through the town with fresh, pure water. But there are more things that are different than in other places. The people there have no possessions, but the community owns everything. If you buy something from a store, then the caps flow into the cash storage of the community. If you want to become a civilian of the town, you have to give up all you have and donate it to the group. Some people whisper. They follow the philosophy of the ancient enemies of our ancestors. There is a cold conflict rising between the beliefs of Wendover and Twin Falls. Before the Big War, it was a city for gamblers, and even today there are many soldiers of fortune who want to escape the NCR's bear claw. After Vegas was also occupied by the NCR, and Arizona is completely in the hands of Caesar's Legion, Wendover is the first big town beyond their territories. Some say there is no law at all in Wendover. I don't know if this is true, but you should always watch your back there. Fine by me. Probably in a few days to Arid Creek, and then to Twin Falls. Sorry, but my crew is full. Better ask the company for work. Fare thee well.
What's up? In any case, hard enough to cope with you. Because I'm good with a gun and a fist. And you? How did you become a wasteland dumbass? If you want to work, contact Sheriff Hardcastle. He should be in his office. Bye-bye now.
Hey there. Not really. I'm not allowed to chat during duty. For any questions, go to Scotty the drunkard. He always has open ears. Not bad, not bad. Payment's good. The dangers are low. At least here in the city. But now, please let me continue my duties. Watch out, traveler.
Move along, please.
What can I do for you? What do you want to know? About the company? Well, Clark Danton is the boss of the company. Founded the company many years ago here in Bowietown. The company mainly deals with water and Brahmin, but of course also other things like weapons, ammunition, equipment, and building materials. There is, however, an ethical code prohibiting the trade of slaves and drugs within the company. Mr. Danton is just but a stern boss. He's very suspicious towards strangers, and it takes a lot of time to win his trust. What do you want to know? Yeah, most of them. We must buy some, of course. The gun runners offer, among other things, good quality. We often buy from them. The powder for the ammunition I mix myself. I've been playing around with it for a long time until I got the mix just right. Now my stuff blows away every Brotherhood of Steel asshole. What do you want to know? Rumors? Sorry, I really don't know any. Most of the time I spend is here in the store and the workshop. I have so many orders I almost can't follow them all. If it had been possible, I would have hired an assistant long ago. Unfortunately, it's pretty hard to find good craftsmen around here. For me, there isn't really much to tell. My parents are from Chinatown and Frisco. I left the city when I became a young man. I spent some time with the caravans at the wasteland. For a couple years, I was working as a technician in Broken Hills. When the work was too boring, I joined a caravan that was on its way to Bowietown. I'd heard the company was looking for skilled people like me. Now I'm building weapons here. It's not a bad job. Sure, be my guest. As you wish.
I'm Sheriff Hardcastle. If you can behave yourself properly, you and I will get along just fine. As usual, the old sheriff was shot, and I just happened to be in town. And me, I like to keep the rubbish and riffraff away from good, decent folks, so it just kind of worked out. I might have something for you, if you're good with a gun and don't mind getting your hands dirty. Bounty hunting. There are a few individuals who need dealt with, but my people don't have time to search the area for these bugs. There's a nice bounty for every head. What do you say? We have a problem with a man. Well, let's just say he's insane. Folks around here just call him the Biter. The guy is a disgusting monster. Bites his victims in the throat, hence the name. He just recently attacked a farmer and her daughter who were on their way to Bowietown. It was mere luck the girl survived. She's over with Doc McCoy in the clinic. She's probably gonna suffer permanent damage. So are you in? Wouldn't hurt my feelings if you let him suffer a bit before you do it. He's a very tall guy with a beard and a mutilated right ear. You bring me that ear as proof. It's worth 300 caps to you. Yeah, sure. Don't cause trouble. Don't kill the innocent. Don't hit the whores. Don't ramble while drunk. And don't fight in the bar. And always be nice, calm, and cool. Don't cause any trouble.
Hello, how must I help you? I'm Deputy Hank, and I'm up to my ears in work. Because Gina prefers to relax on the lookout tower and shoot at critters instead of doing her office work. All the shit sticks to me. I don't even have time to go on patrol anymore. Look at my skin, pale like the salt flats. Just do it, but it won't lead anywhere, at most to a beating. Hello, how must I help you? How should I know? I work inside here all day long. Ask Scotty, who always knows what's going on in town. You need to talk to the boss when he's in his office. Ask Barry the sheriff. I only type things and rarely talk about them. I hope it won't be soon.
I'm Dr. McCoy. Do you have any open wounds? I was in the NCR's army for some time, and was able to gather a lot of experience in the field. After my army time, I was with the followers at Boneyard for a while. They know a lot about medicine. I came to Bowietown with the Caravans. Their doc just passed away in a gunfight, and since I liked the area, I decided to take over the clinic. I'm a doctor, not a job agent. Ask the sheriff or the company. Be careful out there.
Do you have a few spare caps for old Scotty? Thank you, man. You have something good with me. Well, if you have the necessary caps, you can enjoy Madame Janine's House of Delights. But it's a very exclusive club, and below 1,000 caps runs nothing. If you ask me, the girls aren't even worth it. You could play with Perla 1 month for that price. Perla you could find over there at Cooper's. She knows her business, but she left her best days behind her a long time ago. Cooper's is also the only bar in town. There you can get some drink or play around with Caravan. But be careful with Cooper. The guy has some on the scoreboard. If you spoil your chances with him, you're quickly done here. Depends on what you need. You can get almost everything in Bowietown if you have the necessary caps. For a small purse, I would recommend the general store. It has a good selection. Only weapons are sparse. For guns, you have to go to the arms shop of the company. You'll find it in City Hall. Most of the weapons are built by themselves. If you want to give your spirits a boost, look at Tucker. With him, you'll get everything you need to fly high heaven. Just go over to shave and sleep. It's the only hotel in town, very clean, and you can even cut your hair there. If this is too expensive, behind the general store you may find a rotten mattress. As long as you don't mind a few bucks. You are welcome. Mud and his 2 boys have disappeared for quite a while. It's rumored that Harcourt has found something valuable. This old bastard always had a good nose for business. I'm sure there's something big behind it. After all, he left his well-going business behind. Some say the White Legs took their scalps, but I don't believe it. About 3 months ago, they suddenly came back after a long absence. Since then, they have something in the pipeline. I'm sure of it. I'd like to get into their house and look around. But just look at my fingers. Completely crippled by caravan play. I'm glad already if I can hold my bottle properly. A bobby pin wouldn't even be able to fish out of my pocket. Well, if you're good with a gun, look up the sheriff. As far as I know, a few bounties are exposed. You can also try it at the Waste Trek Company. But you won't get in so easily if no one vouches for you. Mr. Bowie is always looking for special weapons. As far as I know, he even pays well for it. It's a bit surprising since he is a real miser. But be polite when you speak to him. It's best to talk to him with sire. He's easy to anger if you behave not according to his ideas. Better don't anger him. This guy has to be taken very seriously. Aye, lad. I can always help a friend. Besides, I can be silent like a grave. Oh, what a strange question. I'd suggest to use the door ladder. Oh, you want to make a catch, huh? Listen, I worked for Bowie. I cleaned his office and other crap, but not for long. The guy is very stingy. Now listen, I realized at the time that the robots in the bank were controlled by a terminal in his house. If you could deactivate the robots from the terminal, then only the alarm system prevents you from entering the bank silently. Always welcome. This greedy sucker deserves to be a bit relieved. A true monster, I can tell you. Only recently he attacked a woman and her little daughter. He killed the woman, but the little one escaped. Now she is with Dr. McCoy in the clinic. This poor little thing. The last thing I heard about this rat was that he was heading for Eric Creek. Guess because his face became too well known in the area. You want to know something about me? No one has asked me that for a long time. But, well, if you're really interested, I grew up in the NCR, over there in Old Shady Sands. That's how the NCR was once called, you know. My parents had a small farm, right out of town. Being a farmer, no, that was nothing for old Scotty. So I joined the caravans and traveled across the wastelands. Some years ago, I guess I must have to be around 30, he ended up here in Bowietown. Cooper, this rat, took all me caps from playing Caravan. The guy really knows the game. Well, and maybe he's cheating. However, I didn't want to let that sit on me and got me a little credit with Bowie. I thought I could win me caps back. No way. Cooper took me except for the last dim. So I was looking for a bit of work here in town to pay back me debts. It took me nearly 10 years of my life to scratch the caps I owe Mr. Bowie. Now I'm too old for the caravans. Thanks, man. You're a real buddy. Now, you won't go anywhere.
Move along, please.
Hello. I'm Angela Bowie. How can I help you? Yes, go on. If he's not in the house, he'll be in his office on the upper floor of the bank. You mean because he's so successful and influential in Bowietown? That doesn't mean anything. We finally live in a Hicksville. Here everyone knows everyone and the people here don't give much on prestige. That is why they live beyond the NCR limits. My mother died at my birth. Our father says she was a good woman. He founded the city together with Mr. Danton. At the time, there was only the ruins of a pre-war village called Montello. My father recognized a good location in the village ruins and made the best of it. The town is now so uplifted mainly because of his commitment. Many people talk badly about him and consider him to be an exploiter and a miser, but to tell you the truth, these people in the whole region owe much to him. Pretty boring. Most people don't have enough caps to make a deposit or prefer to hoard it under their pillows. That's why I spend most of my time waiting for customers and read books. Most customers have dubious credit applications that I must reject, because it's obvious that they would run away with the caps or squander them for gambling, women, and drinks. My biggest challenge is to assess the credibility of borrowers. Do you see the robots? They do every bank robber before he comes close to me. Why you want to know? You are very curious. My father won't like that. Either I'm in the bank, or at home, or somewhere else. Don't even try it. Firstly, it does not concern you. And secondly, these are just stupid rumors. Because otherwise, not enough is going on. Please honor us again soon.
Move along, please.
Yes. And why do you think I have work for you? Very well then. I'm on the lookout for some special revolvers, with fine handcrafted engravings and things like that.
You understand? More specifically, I'm looking for a Ranger Sequoia and a Midnight Star. If you're able to find them for me, I would pay you very well indeed. Awesome. Yes, that's true. So, is he with his ancestors? Then don't bother me. Bye.
You wanna fly? Tucker has it. Believe me, I've everything. From amphetamines to cinnamon. Yeah, most of it. But not everything. A lot is from Vegas. Can't get excellent stuff. I also buy a few things from the caravans. Hey, maybe you can help me. You look as if you are coming around a lot. Great, great! You know, my weed dealer has bitten the dust. A fucking 80s bastard shut him down. My supplies are almost exhausted. That's a fucking disaster! Okay, not a big one. The stuff wasn't the best, to be honest. It always smelled a bit like a mothball. Not directly. I want to grow the dope myself. A couple of years ago, I met a guy who had wonderful seeds. He used something special to fertilize them. But I can't remember. Anyway, this weed was fucking amazing. Amazing, believe me. And now, I'm looking for him. I can't remember his name. And that dope was a real burner. His name was something like Makokoso. If you can find him, I'm sure you can make a deal for some of his seeds. Great, bring me the seeds, and I will mix you a special mind blower. The biter? I shouldn't have given the guy from my brew. He was such a nice guy once. I feel that he's roaming the area of Arid Creek. In your place, I would look there for him. He's a very tall guy with a black beard. My little lab and my breeding station. Down there, I raise all kinds of mushrooms. Some of them I have treated with radioactive material. The results were amazing. You can create some wonderful brews out of it. Why? Well, I don't care actually. You better use the breathing mask unless you want to get addicted by my spores. Just fly with me.
Howdy, pal. The Duke wishes a nice day. That old Betty? Joe, that's my rail truck. I'm riding this babe together with Jenna. My girl and I drive the full truck from Bowietown down to Wendover, and then head over to Mickey's. I'm sorry, pal, but I don't take hikers. We only transport goods or troops for the trading union. No, pal, Kenny designed it. The boy is a real smartass. Why don't you visit him once? He has his workshop in Mickey's Motors. All the rail truckers are working for the Salt Lake Trading Union and are responsible for protecting and driving the rail trucks. The 80s and white legs love the rail trucks because they always carry valuable goods. So it is important that we also have experience in combat. We make sure the route is free of scumbags. A life full of danger and adventure. A free life. Most of us kicked the bucket early, but at least we had fun by then. When a pack of white legs or a band of 80s is on your heels, then the blood jumps into your head and you feel like being on drugs while trying to get the last of your truck. Oh, I love it. I just got away a few times. Rarely felt so alive. Sure thing, pal.
Howdy. I could be better. Fucking 80s. Lately, they've been quite annoying. Without sufficient guards, we couldn't bring many trucks back home. North of here, in the mountains, is Eric Creek, a small outpost of the company. I was never there, because no rail go up there. South of here is Wendover. It's a big, crowded town. I don't like it very much. The town areas here are relatively safe. However, out in the desert, many dangers awaits you. Raiders, there's 80s wankers, white legs, and all kinds of scumbags. Always take enough food, water, and ammo with you. Otherwise, you're gone faster than you think. I don't know. I could imagine something different. But I love Duke. And he loves the rails. He would never give up this life. So I'll stick with it too. See ya.
Hello. Me and my mom are working on the fields of Mr. Bowie. My Uncle Frank is the butcher. You'll find him in the slaughterhouse. I know just this one life. Perhaps there is a better one, but only this was given to me. I hope when I am grown up, I will have a family and a small house and a good life. I do not expect more. Oh, Daddy died 3 years ago. At that time, we lived in Freeside. Daddy was a soldier. He was killed by the Legion. My father was always on the road and in some wars. I hardly knew him. He was as strange to me as you are to me. I hope my mother meets some new and good man who can be a real father to me. See you.
Hi there. I work with my daughter for Mr. Bowie. We are responsible for the fields. My brother Frank is working in the slaughterhouse. After the death of my husband, we came here. He was a soldier for the NCR and was killed by the Legion. My brother Frank is the butcher here. I didn't just want to stay with my daughter in Freeside all alone, so I moved to Frank. Here, life is much better than in Freeside. Even the work on the fields is hard, and Mr. Bowie doesn't pay very much. That's still better than being bothered by a drunk everlasting time. What could we expect in Freeside, besides having my daughter raped before she turned 16? Well,
What's up? Do you want me to keep your ass free? Forget it. I'm not interested. I ain't got no info neither, so get lost. Oh, did you? Well, forgive me before I give you a beating. Bye-bye now.